Hayabusa is like it's picked, and it's like he can do the movement faster because there is no only the cat to cat. He can counter him. Also, level some crowd control.
Well, we still have Suyo, we still have Eamon, we still have Fanny as a pick as well. Eamon is not actually pretty meta, but probably a potential pick, let's say. Or they might have something else to say. They can go for Ling as well. Ling actually might be a choice as well. But no, we're seeing Fanny and Harris. Yeah, we're seeing Fanny and Harris. They're going all in. They're taking all the risks of the world, actually, ONIC. So yeah, that's.
Still, we are talking about Fanny, and they pick it.
And you have no idea.
He's the king for this, Kyrie.
Kyrie is the Fanny king.
Yes.
So basically, yeah, it is his pick. It is his main. So
I don't know why they
do you
didn't
think FALCONS they miss it?
No, I don't think so. I think they actually are confident enough for them to play against Fanny. So yeah, let's see if their confidence is.
That's a +1.
We have 3 games. Wolf, what do we think of the draft here? Kyrie's on a Fanny, and I know there's a bunch of fans out there that are rejoicing for the Fanny pick for Kyrie. I was hoping for the Barretts, man. I know he brought it up during their group stage games. And what do you think about this? How's this matchup work? The Fanny, the Hayabusa, but the rest of the compositions as well.
Man, when people say when you start a sentence with Kyrie's Fanny, typically the response is say less. Right? This guy knows this hero so well. It's one of the best players to ever touch this hero. And I'm legitimately scared for Team Falcons here. However, I think that Team Falcons have drafted well against it. They did not get a marksman, so they're not that dependent. They are answering Kyrie. That's the first blood. They are indeed prepared for it, Taisu. And
what
that's the first blood. Oh my goodness, this is pretty bad for Kyrie. But they want more. Troll. Falcon is Kalea. That's also been always banned against them. They're gonna get more out of this. But Kyrie not having the purple buff. He did take it, but he lost it thereafter. That is even more frustrating if you're a Fanny player.
Yeah, and they know he's going to be going to this orange. So look at the rotation here from Team Falcons. Are they actually going to go and pressure him here? Or is Boya just going to take this little camp? Okay, he does do just that. So he'll get his orange buff protected here as well by Key Boy to help him out. But yeah, losing that purple buff early on, that sucks for Fanny. You know, everybody that's played Fanny, everybody that's played, you know, we saw the Ling yesterday, by the way, and we had this discussion about the Fanny and the Ling, right? Yeah. And how equally that purple buff is so important for these heroes to make it work. But nonetheless, Kyrie's still going to play, still go with the rotation they're looking for. They might just give up this first turtle because they don't want to continue to fall behind. Now, gold-wise, it's nothing incredible for Team Falcons, but slowing down a Fanny, when a Fanny is opposing you, is one of the best things you can have in the early game, right? So Team Falcons, hopefully with that, they can continue to put pressure, especially now that Troll is level 4 in this Kalea. They can continue to put pressure where they choose. That's one of the great things about it. And if I can say something about Team Falcons, one of what the games we've seen previously, Troll has done an amazing job with the roam role. Usually it's either the Kalea or the Cho picks that he picks up, and he's able to set things up really well for the rest of the team. Even so, this is super comfort for Boyet. You know, Boyet's played the Hayabusa multiple times in Games of the Future alone, and it's worked really well for them. At times, he's able to go ahead and carry some of the momentum throughout the game where the rest of the team then shows up, you know, that mid to late game here. So Team Falcons in a good position 3 minutes into this first game.
Super good position. They have stopped the onslaught of this Fanny coming up from Kyrie. The fact that Hayabusa is having a way better time compared to the Fanny, which will mean that the next few turtles will be in their favor easily. And they can even activate the heroes early on. What will happen is that the next following cycles of the purple buff or the entire buffs, they should be contesting. And if they are playing it correctly, if this Yuzhong, Esmeralda with the Kalea Farsa, this could be a very strong composition to take over the opposing purple buff. So you would expect that there will be a lot of wars between around that purple buff later on. Maybe even more than the turtle, because ONIC, I think that what they're going to be trying to do now is to forego the turtle and get that one. Now, initiation onto Keyboy. Very tanky, AOG out. Going to be safe. ONIC popping the Revitalize. Yeah, and you would feel ONIC will not be contesting this turtle. They will focus on their purple buff. Team Falcons are giving it away though. It's going to be a little bit of mercy here being shown by Team Falcons. But I think that they are more concerned about the upcoming turtle as they are.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure Boy got his, but they're fighting for it.
Oh, they are indeed fighting for it. ONIC actually starts this on now. The Jushin actually kills off the Kalea. Now it comes Boya. They really want to go for the Fender. There's like Boya takes the turtle. While Sanji in trouble in the middle of the fight. Now Kyrie dealing the damage right now. Casually going for the cables. Not the fastest you were seeing it. But what a nice lift up coming out from Sans. Forcing the flicker out from Sano. So far, Sans has been beating up the slack for ONIC.
Oh, are they still going? I think, okay, Keyboy's going to be fine. Look at the pressure, though, up top. Kyrie jumps back in. Whoa! Okay, he takes it back from Boyet.
Okay. I mean, you would not expect that for sure if you are Boyet. You're feeling very confident of the start that you've had. I understand why he was in that spot. He really wants to take away some of the green caps away from Kyrie because that's what you really do against the Fanny. You take away the purple buff, you take away the green caps. It doesn't matter if you kill off the Fanny or not. What matters more is you stop it from farming. And I think that could be the answer for Team Falcons. However, yep, it seems like Kid Boy and the other members of ONIC, they're prepared to defend Kyrie's farm.
Yeah, this is the thing, you know, for a bit, Boyet had a bit of a lead against Kyrie, but a couple fights will put him back in position where he needs to be, and that's one of the things you want to kind of keep track of, right? Team Falcons, like I said, playing that little bit of a league game, it's now gone over. This next turtle that count that ONIC can contest that one. And some reason, Troll is able to go ahead and get a pick off. Again, we're seeing them play around here. And again, he's providing a lot of that for them, scouting things out on the Scattercontra. And, you know, Troll's got to do the same thing. But far so good of the sides. I mean, Team Falcons slipping behind in the game. They're actually, the momentum they're carrying on through fine. They don't have to press any of these fights just so much because, again, when you're looking at the scaling that they have, and Esmeralda here, you need to build up. Oh, this turtle, though. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. They're going to contend it.
They're going to contest it for now. Far too far away from the fight, actually.
So far.
Want to really get a kill onto that one now. Points against the turtle, but Skyler bursts down Sanchi. Will get a kill on the troll as well. Now, Team Falcons are being obliterated by the members of ONIC. Stop out from Sano. Coffin might run away, and indeed he will. But now Sano's getting lifted up. Really want to try to fight this. Boyd wants to go for it, but a stun from T-Boy in the ton as well. They are prepared for this. Boyd wants to run away, but the damage from Skylar might be there. The flicker from Ludwig to finish up the Hayabusa. Last hit, of course, was Skylar, which is the perfect scenario for ONIC. 3 kills for the gold laner. Just like that, ONIC are in control again.
Man, that's timed so well. You know, Skylar at 3-0 right now on that Harith. Great usage of just kind of juggling what they had for the main part here. And, you know, all that under a turret too, Wolf. You know, that's the thing. So, yeah, that gets him the Starlium Scythe, the Feather of Heaven. He's going to build into his next item. And the thing is like, again, with that early kill against Kyrie, he's fine. If you notice the way he's moving into these fights with the Blade of Hepsies plus that Malefic Roar, it's enough to go ahead and do quite a bit of damage to even the tankier heroes of Team Falcons, and then he lets the rest of the team clean up from that point. So for Team Falcons, again, they've really got to choose the battles here correctly. Troll on the Kalea can always go for one of these members. There's only one Purify over there, right? And that's on Skylar. But the main thing is if Troll goes in, chooses to actually initiate a fight, the follow-up has to be there. And unfortunately, with this kind of lineup, if the Feathered Airstrike is off target and it's that far away like we just saw, you lose a ton of damage potential for a team fight, especially around an objective. So you don't want this Lord to go that same way that last turtle did, and it's 10 seconds away here. And you can see ONIC is going to go ahead and make this macro move. Not sure if Keyboy is actually going to jump in for this, just making sure things are okay. Lord spawns on the other side of the map, and they'll start to rotate up. So for Team Falcons, that's the big test ahead of them. Can they get the favorable positioning in this fight? Can they actually potentially pick someone off? Because even if you go, if they go for Skylar, if they go for the Harith, and they are able to get the Purify out, that's one thing. They still have to follow through after that.
ONIC are moving as a unit. This 4-man squad from ONIC Philippines are just always yards away from each other. They jump in from Troll. They want to go for this kill of the keyboard, but it's very tanky now. Troll getting punched because of that. The jump, the stun of the Sano. They can lift him up afterwards, but now from the backlines, that is actually the jump from the Yuzhong to fend off the attack. Allows Sano to get out of that fight. Already, Team Falcons have lost their roamer. They also have spent some of their battle spells in there. All the while, Keyboy and Lutpi gaining more ground. Zushin on the forward push as well. ONIC will just collect this Lord as Team Falcons have lost control of that part of the map. While Lutpi already setting up for a push up top.
Yep, tier 2 down. Does the work there. And you see what I'm saying, Wolf? Like, Team Falcons, if they decide to go in a fight, and it's been Troll to lead that charge, most of the time his target is Keyboy. Like, he's grabbing Keyboy, right? So revitalizes pop, you do that, but then Troll is just gone so quickly because of this power spike that's been hit by ONIC early on. Holy Crystal now too for Skylar, so the damage throughput even more now. And so the answer for Team Falcons, once again, is to, you know, who is that person going to be? Like, if they go for a pickoff, you could say goodbye to Troll. Troll's been mostly just, you know, setting things up, but then dies. And unfortunately, you don't have, other than the Feathered Airstrike right now, you don't really have that much. Like, Sano, again, picking up the Esmeralda against the Harith makes sense, you know, in terms of the matchup, but it's just not working here. The fact too that Boyet is on this Hayabusa, even if he goes into Shadow Kill, it's not enough damage to actually make ONIC worry, you know. And it's just a case of the composition that Team Falcons brought to the table here. You know, even a Black Dragon form, which we usually see a big threat, it doesn't matter. He's even whittled down when he's in that form because of what ONIC is capable of doing. So right now with this lead, 5,000 gold. They do continue to take resources here from Team Falcons. They'll continue to focus down these tier 2 turrets in the mid and the bottom. But at least, if I could say the shining light here. Whoa, hold on.
No, that's the combo brace right into the AOG. Sanji got be melted down, and they want to go for Troll this time. Sans collects that kill. They get two just like in the snap. Initiation coming up from Luthi with the flicker and the AOG to follow it up. My goodness, ONIC are explosive this time. Now they want more. Oh no. Sana jumps into the zone of Sans. This Jushin. You cannot do that against Sans, but fortunately he gets out. Skylar sees some opportunity in here, but he went to transfer into the mid lane. Samus first to mid lane once again. The Fanny goes to the counter this time. Fanny, can he get a kill? No. Oh, yes, he will. Some damage still over out there to take down that Farsa. Now the wave clear is out for Team Falcons.
They're gonna find out this turret. Boy's just trying to clear this minion out so they can save this. Petrify used, but won't be able to get that bottom turret, potentially the top. What I was gonna say earlier before that initiation happened by Lutpi was one of the great things about Team Falcons, or one of the hopes of Team Falcons lineup, is the Feathered Airstrike clear ability. Like, you can clear out these minions, you can defend on the high ground with it. But you saw what happened, man. As soon as that Feathered Airstrike was used to clear that lane, ONIC was like, all right, they don't have that. Let's just fight them. And so that's the other thing. Cuffin even needs to be wary of how he uses that in those situations, because once it's down, again, you don't have a big portion of your damage profile. So they are going to actually, seems like they want to go for this.
Oh, but the counter AOG for that one, they did take on Lutpi. Now the Shadow Kill's not going to be enough to get a bonus kill. Skylar dancing over the Zaman Force. Troll is tanky for now, but he will eventually go down. Sano wants to take advantage of the shields, but 4 members of ONIC now onto this Esmeralda. It's taking a lot of time. Sano's surviving for this one. Flickers to the left onto Skylar. He might get a kill, but no, Skylar uses the wall. And now Sano getting lifted up. Sano survives all that. Well done coming up from the Esmeralda and almost taking out Skylar in the process. You think about it, that's a win for Team Falcons, as they did take out Lutfi in that clash.
Wolf, imagine if they weren't 8,000 gold behind, right? I know this is still going to be a Lord for ONIC unless Boyet is able to pull out a miracle. An Unbreakable.
Oh my goodness, a 2-man Unbreakable converted a 2-man meltdown. The Boyet with a Steamer MG. Kyrie will take him down with the retribution of all things. And now it's only out to Troll
man.
into Sano. Coffin is down for 24 seconds.
Oh, Troll's
the
trying to
main
delay this.
defense, Troll with the flicker out. Trying to delay things right now. It seems very difficult. Skylar fends him up with that Zaman Force committed. It seems like Team Falcons will last for another minute, a few more minutes now, as the Fanny will focus on taking this Lord.
Yeah, great choice there from Troll to delay that mid wave to push in. So buys them enough time to go ahead and get back into the game. You know, everybody's up here, but man, again, you saw the health bars were just gone when they decided to go and fight. And ONIC, you know, with this lead, look at this, look at their items, man. Again, even for Skylar, now with the Divine Glaive locked in, Kyrie picking up a Radiant Armor, right? He's already got the bases covered for physical with the Brute Force. Now he went with the Radiant Armor. You know, his whole job is just to kind of swoop in, do a little damage, and let the rest of the team shine from there. So now with this Lord in the mid, base turrets nearly down, bottom one to follow. Team Falcons down massively. Can they defend?
Zone pops the ultimate buoyant onto left. Both assassins onto the backline. Skyly the first one to show himself. Troll catches free, but it comes buoyant. Oh, he uses Tsunami Slam on the T-Boy, but Sanji will fall. Now Kyrie onto the backline. He wants to go kill Troll, and he gets it onto that far-sized Lutpi. Now the buoyant is down, and the base is also in trouble. ONIC making quick work.